All right, guys, I am here with my weekly What Sold video. I'm going to let you know what sold for me this past week on Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay, and I sold at least one thing to a viewer. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. These videos will help you to know what's currently selling for how much, so that when you're in the thrift store shopping for your business, you know whether or not you should be picking up these items. Let's get right into this. I'm filming this a little later than normal, but I'm going to be gone all day tomorrow. Saturday, I'm going to watch some of my boys. They play on a club team, and so I won't be able to do any work. So I got a lot of stuff done this morning. We will start with Depop. Actually, I will say thank you to a viewer. She bought some fry boots from me for $50. Those were in a recent video. So if you guys ever see anything that you're interested in my haul videos, please go ahead and message me, Instagram, email, comments in the videos, any of that works. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that sale. Depop, I sold these Vionic heels. I've actually already sold these once. They got returned to me for fit, and I sold them again for $36. These are a pair of black suede like kitten heels, so just the small little heel there, pointed toe with the tortoise detail on the strap. This certain style was performing pretty well. It's called the mini tortoise. So on Vionics, you can see the style right there on the shoe. So that was exciting. Let's go back. Next, after that, I sold this dress for $70. This is an Urban Outfitters dress, and if you watch my channel, you know that I hardly ever pick up Urban Outfitters. But first of all, I saw this. It was actually inside out on a put-back rack from a dressing room, and I was like, okay, this is very good vibes of what's trending right now with the ruffles and the not tiered, but like different, what am I trying to say? Different lengths. Okay, yeah, like the different lengths, the lace, like feminine, got the little keyhole. Anyway, it was also new with tags, which was great. It actually retailed for $149. I don't know how much Urban Outfitters stuff is normally. Did not realize it was that expensive. This got tons of attention on Depop, tons of offers that I accepted that people never paid. This person finally paid. Praise. So that was an amazing sale. Next up, I sold this McDougal dress, but never mind. I already sold that on Poshmark, and I forgot to delete it here. You know what, guys? I'm just a human. I could use Vendu where they do the auto delist, but the companies that I use for that kind of stuff are ones that I partner with. So, like, I mean, honestly, up front, I don't pay for them, and I don't want to pay for a service. Like, sometimes it just happens, and I can just cancel the sale. So, it kind of sucks, but it's not that big of a deal to me. Okay, next up, this is a style-based pickup. This is a cachet top. This sold for $42. Vintage. So I am trying to experiment more with this kind of stuff. I've done it in the past. I don't think I did very good on it. I'm trying to do better this time with more research, and I did good with this one. So cachet is an old store. It's not around anymore. This is definitely like in the Y2K or 90s. It's got the mesh, the lace, the like faux wrap style. So all of those made it a really good item to pick up. And that was exciting. And actually that sold today, which is not supposed to be in today's video, but oops. I'm doing this from last Friday to yesterday, Thursday. Okay. Mercari. I sold this Tuckernuck dress for $75. I love selling Tuckernuck. I don't know all of the brands within, or that are sold at that store. I just know this tag. So if you guys know other brands that are sold at Tuckernuck that are worth for like a good amount of money, comment them down below. This was $75 sale, which was 25% off. I will take 25% off offers all day. That's still, to me, like, that's not that bad. So anyway, that was really exciting. That was a great sale. After that, I sold these men's clogs for $50. So I've never heard of this brand, Claggen, C-L, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it anywhere. Oh, right here. C-L-A-G-N, if you're listening. Swedish clogs. So anytime I see clogs that say made in Sweden, if they're leather, I look them up. These were a men's pair. They sold for $50. So that was amazing for a new to me brand. So be on the lookout for those. Next up was a Bowden shirt. This was new with tags in a blue and white floral print. It was cotton. If this was used, I'm not sure if I would get it, but new, definitely. It sold pretty quickly for $33. And then after that, I sold these Jeffrey Campbell sandals. I don't think I talked about this. Yeah, 5 days ago. These are a pair of size 8 tan leather sandals. I just picked these up recently at a Goodwill. And so that was a nice quick sale. Sandals are starting to sell. And then the last thing I sold on Mercari are these men's Ariat jeans, size 36, fire resistant or flame resistant. I don't remember what that FR stands for. That does, I don't know if it makes them more valuable, but it's definitely a feature that some people are looking for. So $36 on those. I was happy with that. We are done with Mercari. Let's move on to Poshmark. I sold this bundle of 2 items for $44. There was a pair of new with tags Spanx leggings, which I don't have. So I'm messaging the buyer and asking her if she would like to replace them with something else. And then a pair of men's new with tags Tommy Bahama pants. So I hope that she gets back to me and we'll pick something else, and that I can get those things shipped out. I sold a Talbot's blazer in a size large petite. I actually had 2 of these. They were new with tags. The other one was an extra large. And I thought they were a really cute style, but I feel like even though it's like a cardigan, this gives me more summer vibes, like nautical. So maybe that's why it's sold now rather than sitting all like fall and winter. So there's that. Oh, let me open up new windows. We don't have to keep scrolling. Next up is this Clara Sunwoo top, which I haven't been picking up unless it's in larger sizes. This one was in a medium and it only sold for $10. That's what the tag looks like. So for me, I would go for larger sizes with like good prints or something like that. I sold this Lululemon Define jacket. This is new with tags. I paid $25 to $30 for this. This is the Heritage Camo Define jacket. And comps were kind of all over, so I kind of priced mine in the middle. Size 6, retails for $118. The Define jackets do pretty well. Next up is this men's chubby sweater that only sold for $6. I've heard of this brand that does good in men's swim trunks. I don't know if it still does. I was like, oh, let me try the sweatshirt. No, I've had this for a really long time, so I'm glad to see that go. This, however, was a really fast sale. This is a Quince cardigan. This was in a size medium, and it was a navy blue organic cotton oversized cardigan. Like I said, nice fast sale, $26. That was an eBay offer. Should we see? Okay, it's $60 for a Brunello Cucinelli tank top. And I have it listed for $100. I'm taking it. I'm definitely taking that. I am like, I mean, that's 40% off, but I don't know. I'm taking so many offers because I'm trying to meet my goal for profit per day. And if I decline that, or if I counter, I'm going to risk losing it. And $60 for a tank top is still pretty great to me. Yeah, so we'll see if that goes through. It says payment processing. Next up are a pair of Nokana men's boots. These were in a size 6.5, so I think that maybe I could have got more for them if they were a larger men's size. This almost might be like a boy wearing this. Nokana is a Western brand, but it's not one of the like top ones that I look for. I like selling Tecovas. I just found a pair that have really good comps. Lucchese, Tony Lama, Justin. Those are double H. Those are some different Western boots that I like to pick up. Next up was a beige dress that sold for $13. I've had this, I think, for over a year, or at least since last summer, so maybe not quite. Size large, orange ruffle dress. I don't know. I don't know if this brand just doesn't do that well anymore, but that sat around for a long time. Next up is a pair of Rothy's that sold for $42. So my last couple Rothy's have sold with around $30 to $40. One even for like 20-something. So I definitely think that they are not what they used to be, but could still be worth picking up if it's like cheap. I sold this bundle of a flawed Nation Ltd shirt and a pair of Anthropologie Cartanier pants. And that was pathetic. That was that was an $8 bundle. That stuff should have been out by now. If you guys remember a few weeks back when my husband was out of town and I was like, okay, I went through a ton of bins. I still haven't finished out. And those were in ones I had finished out, because if I went through those, I wouldn't have kept those because they were priced so low. I don't know. Like when he's home at night, I don't want to just like, oh, let me just go in the basement for all night, like even though you were gone all day. So maybe next time he goes out of town, I'll do that again, or if I get some free time. Next up was this Anthropologie Mauve top. This was in a size large. It was a really cute checkered gingham, like boxy type top. I accepted an offer on that for $20. I sold this J. Crew blazer for $36. This was a size 2 green velvet blazer, so a little bit of loose threads. It definitely an older one. Oh, too tall. I was like, 2T. I was thinking like a toddler. But yeah, it had good comps for the velvet one, so that's great. Velvet sells great, but it sells better in the colder months. Next up was this Frank and Eileen dress. There was a stain on there and I could not get it out. I tried it 3 times in the wash, and after the 3rd time, I'm like, I am done wasting my time. I'm listing this at $40. Somebody offered me $30. I took it and made a quick sale. I sold these Merrell boots in a size 8.5 for $24. I'm starting to sell Merrell. That's probably my Brunello tank. Yes. Selling Merrell's good the last couple weeks. I just shipped out a pair this morning. So these are the Moab 2. I use outdoor trail hiking Gorpcore. Those are keywords that I almost always use for my outdoor stuff. So I do think they're going to sell better here in the spring, summer when more people are hiking. Another bundle of 2 really low items, Catherine's shirt and a Catherine's top, and I just lost my place. So Catherine's, some people I know, they say they still sell it for like a decent amount. But I don't know. I haven't had good luck with it. Next up is a pair of men's boots. This is the brand Ultima. I've never heard of it, but I think they're like a military type boot. It said assault military when I looked up keywords for it. And here's what the tag looks like. They sold for $40, so I would get those again. That was a great sale. I sold this Rails dress for $38. So comps actually were not good on this dress, but I kind of went with my gut with new with tags, linen blend, and dress season coming up, and I sold it for $38, which is great. So I was happy with that. I sold these women's Circle G boots for $25. These were in a size 8. They had a star detail on them. I have found that Circle G tends to do better in the tall, like knee-high Western boots. So, but that was still a decent sale. Next up are these Judy blue jeans that sold for $35. These were in a size 18. They were a boyfriend, high-rise, stretch, just classic pair of like plus-size Judy blue. Those do great for me. Next were these Rock Revival jeans that sold for $34. These were in a size 31, so I do better in Rock Revival for larger sizes. They were the Elena Easy bootcut jeans. Usually I will use the back pockets like this for my main picture. So maybe I just didn't change around the order this time, but that was a great sale. Next up was this LaFleur top that sold for $22. I don't know what still does good from the brand, but my tops have not been doing great. Maybe just the blazers, but even like I have a blazer that's not doing great, but it's also in a size 0. So that could be why. My sister's texting me. Okay, I'm going to turn off the sound because I see that she's typing more. So anyway, $22 on that. I guess that's decent. Next up is a YPB. This is an Abercrombie, like sport line. It stands for Your Personal Best. This was a new with tags, size small, striped boat neck dress. $27 on that. I probably wouldn't have got it used. I sold this bundle of 4 items for $40, so $10 each. It was a Ralph Lauren dress, new with tags, an old ugly St. John jacket, a J. McLaughlin shirt, and a Free People new with tags shirt, $10. So all old inventory, glad to be moving it out. Next up are these Spanx pants that sold for $30 really quickly, probably within a few days. They were the perfect wide leg pant, so I like to pick up this style. The wide legs in the larger sizes still do good. The seamless skinny stuff does not. Next up was a North Face coat in a size medium. This sold for $27. This was called the Momentum Thermoball coat. Usually I can get more for Thermoball stuff, but for some reason this colorway and stuff, when I looked up comps, they weren't as good as some of the other ones. So still a decent sale. Next up were a pair of Dansko boots that sold for $33. I love selling the Dansko boots. They seem to always do well for me. These ones were in a larger size of a size 42, but they still sold within a couple of weeks, I think, for $33. Here is an example of some Spanx pants that I wouldn't pick up anymore. So these ones are in a size large, sold for $11, but they are just the perfect pant, and they're just like a black, skinny, like pull-on type of pants, so that would be a pass for me now. I sold this bundle for $95, so it was a Tory Burch tote, which you guys probably just saw recently in a haul. That one is so cute. And these Anthropologie Maeve pants, this was like the day I listed them. So she got both of those things for $95. I was really happy about that. Next up, I sold this Gucci belt buckle. So this I found at the thrift store. It was a different belt. It's this Viari, if you can see that. But the buckle part was Gucci. So really excited about this sale, $170. The person asked me, like, does this fit a men's 42? I mean, that's what the buckle says. So I answered his questions, and then after I had packaged it up and everything, he was just like, what's your return policy? I was like, Poshmark doesn't accept returns on fit, so I'm kind of nervous for him to get this because I feel like some people, if they want to return and Poshmark doesn't allow it, they just lie about something. So I really hope that doesn't happen. Next up is a pair of mother jeans that sold for $75. I love selling mother jeans. These were black. They were called the Tomcat style. They were a button fly, and it was actually Mother Superior. So Mother Superior has that bigger square tag, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I sold these older Doc Marten boots for $25. I have had these for a while. They were a pair of just cherry red, like high top boots. Nothing too special. A lot of Docs are oversaturated, so you got to kind of figure that out, which ones do good. Next up are these Saucony shoes that sold for only $15. I have had these for a while. There's certain styles within the brand that do good. Apparently this wasn't one of them, even though actually I did look up comps, but mine just didn't sell. So maybe they were not in as good of condition as the other ones. I don't know. Here's these Print Fresh pajama pants. They sold really quickly for $33. It looks like if I would have a set, I could get much more for them. And I maybe could have got a little more for this, but like I said, I'm taking lots of offers. So if you guys are interested in anything, like, don't be a jerk, which I don't think you would be. Like, I'm saying don't low at me, but like you can send me some pretty good offers and stuff and I'll probably accept it. Unless it's just some like random thing like, okay, I paid this much for this, or I know for sure this is worth this much. So yeah. Next up are a pair of Lululemon leggings. These, whoa, what did I just do? I opened it in a whole new thing. These are, let me just X that out. Size 12, so larger size, olive green. And they were a pair of Align leggings, sold for $27. So that's decent. I do like selling the Align leggings. They still do pretty well. I sold this Peruvian Connection dress for $57. I love selling Peruvian Connection dresses. This was in a size small. It was the Natalia Pima Cotton midi length. So excellent sale there. I sold this new with tags, long tall Sally skirt. I have had this since last spring or summer. So I'm glad to finally see that go. That sold for $14. I don't know if anything really does that great from the brand. And then the last thing I sold were these Spanx jeans. These were in a size 3X. These were black and they were a high-rise ankle straight. So I would continue to pick up Spanx in styles like these with the larger sizes. Let's move on to eBay last. And here are these Sorels. These sold really quickly. $62 with a discount, with a coupon. They were the platform called the Caribou clogs. Pretty sure they were new. They don't look like they've ever been worn. So be on the lookout for these. I have never seen them before, but they sold great and they sold really quickly. I sold these Ariat jeans, women's $33.60. So that was a offer that my PrimeLister sent out. If you guys are interested in using PrimeLister for your business, there's a discount code down below. It does all of my Poshmark automations for me. And they do eBay now, which has been amazing. It saves me so much time. These were kind of an older style, but they still did good. They were in a size 27 long, so that helped. But I think stuff's going to start coming up for the cowgirls, where they're going to be wanting their jeans for their rodeos and their fairs and all of that. Next up was this Alex Evenings dress that only sold for $12.19. This was in a size 10. I feel like Alex Evenings tends to do better for me in the larger sizes. This is a random sweatshirt, but I felt like it was very 90s looking, so I looked it up, and apparently it's this like bodybuilding brand, or at least that's how a lot of people labeled it, No Limits America. Let me know if you've ever heard of this. I did sell it, or maybe 80s. I did sell it for $28. These sandals sold really fast, which I thought they would. $35 with a coupon. They were the Anthropologie Matisse pink faux leather platform like sandals. Those were so unique. I sold these Brooks glycerin shoes really quickly as well. These sold for $35 on an offer. These were a women's size 9 wide, all black pair of Brooks. So that was good. Next up is a John Mark shirt that sold for $20.80. This was in a size extra large. It was a Japanese floral mixed media top. John Mark doesn't seem to be going for as much as like maybe last year, but I am still picking it up in larger sizes for like good bread and butter. Next up is this Dooney purse that sold for $13.50. I've had this forever. I think it came in a ThredUp box, and it finally sold. So goodbye. I sold these mousy vintage jeans for $68. These were new with tags, dark wash, high rise, skinny, slim, skinny. So maybe if they weren't skinny, they would have sold for more, but I'm still happy with that sale. Next up is this Polo Ralph Lauren men's hoodie that sold for $42 with a coupon. Just a very classic, I feel like almost preppy kind of style for men with the pony logo. It was in excellent condition. What's kind of funny is that somebody messaged me on Facebook and Marketplace, and they offered me $20, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry. And they're like, good luck selling it. I wish I could like send this to him. Anyway, this is interesting. This is a Peruvian Connection pair of pants in a size 18, velvet, sold for $30 with a 20% off coupon. But originally, this was marked down because I've had these for a while. The person bought them at the marked down price, requested to cancel, and then they ended up saying that their address was wrong in the first one, came back and bought them, but when it relisted back to the original price, and they just bought them at the original price. I'm like, what? So anyway, they even had like a little mark on them, but I'm happy with that. That worked out for me. Next up is a pair of new with tags Athleta pants that sold for $14. Freaking Athleta. There's hardly anything I will get from the brand anymore. You'd think like, oh, new with tags. Like, no. It just sucks to sell. Eileen Fisher pants sold for $15. I have a hard time selling their pants, so I don't know if I'll be picking those up much anymore, except maybe certain styles. But these were like a pair of cargo joggers in a size 8, which I still felt like were cute, but I guess they're not worth that much. Here's another pair of Rothy's. These ones sold for $30. These were a pair of orange round toe. They were like new condition, and they still only sold for $30. I've had these forever. I mean, I probably had them marked up to like close to $100 at first. So Rothy's has gone downhill. Next up is this GBX boots, men's. This guy kept counter offering me. He offered me $25, and I'm like, you know what? You can have them. They're not worth a ton. They're pretty worn, and I didn't feel like keeping those. Here's another pair of Peruvian Connection pants that sold for $13.13. These ones were white, size 6, casual, skinny pants. I sold these little kids, really cute Nike Dunks. These were in a size 2, and they sold for $28, I think. Yes. Next up was another John Mark shirt for $17.50. I feel like maybe the plain black isn't the best style for this brand. More colorful printed patterns. It wasn't a size 1X, so that was okay. Mission Canyon top for $9.38. I had this had a flaw in it. I found a ton of this at a Goodwill last summer, and some of it sold really good, and then some of it just stuck around. Probably that one. I didn't lighten up the pictures good and the hole, so my bad. Next up is this Ralph Lauren Sport. This is Kelly Green color. I should have put Kelly Green in the title because that's very popular. I did put St. Patrick's Day. Cable knit pony logo sweater sold for $35 with a coupon. That was an excellent sale. Another Peruvian Connection dress. This one sold for $34. It wasn't a size extra large. It had a wrap kind of tie front detail, and that was pretty cute. Here's another pair of Eileen Fisher pants that sold for $15. So brown, size large, viscose. I think this is like their washable stretch crepe pants. So not the best. This is a Nike plus Nokta shirt, $50. I think somebody said this is like Drake's brand, something with basketball. And I just realized I never uploaded any more pictures, so I am a dummy. Where are they? I don't know. Anyway, someone still bought it for $50 with a coupon. I sold these Hoka shoes for $31.50 with a coupon. These were a pair of men's, what are they called? The Mach 5. Pretty decent condition. A little hole right there in the back, but still pretty good sale there. These Keen shoes got returned to me, and they sold right away again. Size 8 black Elsa slip-on loafers. Nice quick sale after the return. Another Peruvian Connection dress. I don't know why they all sold this week. This one was in a size extra small. It was the broderie dress, so not as high as the other ones. This is an amazing sale. I sold these Salvatore Ferragamo men's shoes for $250 with a coupon. That ended up being a $200 sale. I got these at a local thrift world. with my nephew after volleyball one time, and I was like, these are going to sell for good money, and they did. So look for that horse bit detail on the Ferragamo shoes. That does make them more valuable. So I was so happy for that. This Saks Fifth Avenue sweater sold really fast for $30. This was 100% cashmere in a size extra large. So yay. Another crazy sale. These, and am I still, oh my gosh, you guys, I did this last week, didn't I? I went past. I'm only supposed to be showing sales from the 14th. Okay, wait, I just finished. Because the sweater was the 14th and the pants were the 13th. Okay, I somehow accidentally finished in the right thing without even paying attention. So, that's it for my sales. Let me make myself bigger here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know down below how your sales have been. Let me give you my numbers. I had that one off-platform personal sale for $50. Mercari, I made $189.10. Depop, I made $87.60. eBay, $528.77. And Poshmark, $715.47. That gave me a profit for the week, $1,570.94. Profit per day, $224. So a little bit less than I want to make, about $50 less per day. Still a pretty good week, I would consider. And hopefully next week is a little bit better. Get back to making my goal. Just continually listing every day. I am getting my draft bank built up pretty good. So that's nice. So anyway, I'm going to go shopping. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.